Yes.
You ready to
What's
get
up?
into college?
Yes, what you got, man?
All right, I'm just going to give a rundown of the scores, and Big Matt here is going to go highlight some stuff.
Yeah, we'll talk about a few of them.
But this is just top 25 in the SEC. We are not going into it. We may go into detail here in a minute, but this is just a scoreboard rundown. Oklahoma hangs on to beat Kansas. Michigan beats Northwestern 33-7. Oklahoma's 35-23. Illinois with a huge upset over Penn State 20-18. Arkansas won big 45-3 over Arkansas Pine Bluff. Wake Forest beat Army 70-56.
Yeah, that was surprising.
Gee. Cincinnati had a fight. Beat Navy 27-20.
Yeah, I'm going to highlight that one there.
Wisconsin beats Purdue 1 week after Purdue knocks off Iowa.
That's what happens.
Which, really, is that a shock? Because Wisconsin was supposed to have been better.
Yeah, right.
Clemson gets beat by Pittsburgh. Let me tell you something.
Talk about that one, too. I got
Pittsburgh's
stuff on
good.
that.
They got a good football team. Iowa State, who we picked to be very good,
Yeah.
upsets Oklahoma State 24-21. Oregon holds on against UCLA 34-31. Ole Miss beats LSU 31-17. Mississippi State 45-6 over Vandy. Texas San Antonio beats Louisiana Tech 45-16. Bama holds on 52-24 win. San Diego State 20-14 over Air Force. Miami upsets NC State 31-30.
Yes, they had a school record for the quarterback there. Van Dyke throws like 5 touchdowns at Miami.
Really?
Yeah.
Wow. Ohio State easily over Indiana. Indiana, we picked them to be very good this year, and they've not.
They just fell apart.
54-7. A&M beats South Carolina 44-14, and Notre Dame beats USC 31-16. That's it.
A&M has never lost since in the conference.
To South Carolina?
Yeah.
Never.
I think that this makes them 9-0.
South Carolina's had some good teams.
Well, they got a new coach.
Yeah, they are.
Who they got?
It's Beamer's.
Beamer's boy, yeah.
Yeah.
Playing Beamer ball. How about this? Top rushers of the SEC.
All right.
Chris Rodriguez Jr., Kentucky, 775. Spiller, A&M, 761 rushing.
That was our pick, right?
Yeah. Tyler Badel from Mizzou. We didn't know about him. He's got 735. Brian Robinson, he's trucking right along. He's won over 700 yards this weekend at Bama. And Davis Price, really like him. He had a terrible.
Had 2.890.
Terrible. Yeah, he had like 20 yards this week.
Yeah, I knew he had
LSU.
a bad week.
Let's see here. And for the 7th and 10th spot, honorable mention was Auburn's Tank Bigsby has 526 and Hunter has 492 to finish out the 10.
That's a good combo.
Now, of all of college football, your top rusher is Sean Tucker from Syracuse with 1,060.
Wow, Sean Tucker.
And
I know Michigan State's running back is getting a lot of Heisman talk.
Okay.
He's rushed for a lot of yards. I don't know how many. I don't know his name.
It was on there. Michigan
I don't know
State.
much about him.
On the top nations list. Seems like he's 4 or 5. He's right under 1,000.
Which Young's still there, Ritter and Corral.
Corral's talk about it. I got another Heisman update for you.
Okay.
QB top passers in the country. Bryce Young comes at number 6 with 2,453 yards, Dean.
He can throw the ball.
He's number 6 in the nation right now.
What's Alabama? 6-1?
Yeah. So, all right, Ole Miss, since we're talking about Heisman talk,
yeah.
Corral, 18 for 23, throwed for 185 and rushed for 24. Rushed and threw a touchdown.
Didn't have to do a whole lot yesterday, did he?
That tailback, Connor, 117 rushing.
Yeah, Snoop Connor, he's good. Snoop.
I mean, with a name like Snoop, you got to have a good day.
Dogg.
Now, Drummond had almost 100 yards receiving. Team rushed for 266 and threw for 204. Very good balance. Johnson was 13 for 21, 146 passing, but he threw a pick. Davis Price, 53 yards and a touchdown.
287 week.
I guess he's wore out.
Yeah, he was 287.
Well, that's the loss right there. LSU, 77-yard team rush. They threw for 250. LSU
rushed for 77.
Yeah, they total team rush 160.
I'd say they're really not focused real good right now. I mean, they know their coach is not going to be there anymore.
You're losing your coach, man. I mean, what are you going to do?
Yeah, I just don't expect a lot out of them right now. I just, especially the week they announce it.
Now, before you do your long spill on the super long game. I got another kind of long game, which would have been super long if not for the other game.
Right.
Princeton and Harvard, Dean, play 5 overtimes.
Yeah, I saw that.
Princeton wins right there on last play, 18-16.
I saw the highlights.
Tell us about Penn State, and we're gonna get in it. We got about 2 more games, and we're gonna talk about our top 10.
All right, 20-18. You already know that.
9
overtimes, but
you have to go for 2 after.
You have to go for 2. I was confused when I
after
found
the 5th
out about
overtime.
this. I thought they went in the 9 real overtimes where they lined it up at 25. I'm ashamed to say this, but I didn't know that you had to go for. You don't get to run no offensive plays. They put you on the 3 and you go for 2. There's no then you win and they get to go for 2. But there's no plays. You get 1 play, then you go the 4th overtime.
Oh, it was after. I thought it was after 5 they started doing that.
No, after 2 now. So that's why they just kept throwing incomplete passes, not getting it. I mean, it wasn't bad plays. The defenses were playing good. But here's now listen to this. This is pretty interesting. Illinois threw for 30 yards yesterday. 30 yards passing. But they rushed for 357.
Gosh. Well, I guess they didn't.
And Penn State, Matt, 9 overtime ball game, which 227 yards offense. Which their quarterback total.
Total offense.
So they go to Illinois and get beaten 9 overtimes by a team that was 2-5, and they get held to less than 250 yards. But their quarterback's not 100%, and he's good.
Well, that's why you got to pay attention.
That's why you get play the wet games,
Yeah, don't get ahead, guys. This is for high school kids. If you're watching, pay attention. Any young guys, we have some young guys watch show. I had some younger guys that come by the store. Her son, he's like 12, 13, plays junior high football here at Center, and another one plays out at Spring Garden. They love the show.
Really?
They watch. He's like, I went there in his room the other day. He had his phone. He's watching Matt and Todd show.
That's what he's up at night, 1 o'clock in the morning. Go to bed, son. Oh, I'm watching the Matt and Todd show.
So we got a good little young, which is good. I mean,
that's good.
We'll be able to cover them when they get up in high school, and they'll know who we are, and
Well, I mean, it's just a sports talk show. We watched them when we were young.
Yeah,
I mean,
and this is how it is. It's media now. It's Facebook or YouTube.
Yeah.
Cincinnati, you mentioned 27-20.
Yeah.
What happened up there? Navy had 308 total yards.
I think Navy can gain yards on the ground.
Well, they can, and they're hard to prepare for. But I'm gonna tell you what happened. It could have been way worse. Probably should have been 47-20, but 11 penalties by Cincinnati.
11. See, we heard Benefield complaining because he had 3 penalties.
Yeah,
and they had 11. College football team.
That's just they had 271 total yards. Ryder was 18 for 30, throw for 176, 2 touchdowns and a pick. Now the running back forward, he rushed for 70 yards.
He's doing a good job.
He did. Pretty good.
He's good.
Oklahoma State, Dean, 21-24. They take a L to old Purdy.
Brock Purdy.
Well, we liked him. We thought Iowa State
running back.
That'd be good. Hall had 70 rushing. Hutchinson, not many. Caught for 125.
Dang, Brent, I didn't think I saw him yesterday.
2 touchdowns. Iowa State had 374 total yards, 307 in passing. They controlled the time there with 34 minutes. Sanders at Oklahoma State, he's played really good. We had them ranked up in our top 10. He threw for 225, 3 touchdowns.
He's good.
Warren, 76 yards. Sanders rushed for 29. 332 total for
I'm telling you,
Oklahoma
I don't
State.
think I'm wrong. Teams are getting better on defense. Look, how many games have we talked about where a team didn't just gash the other one? 300 and 325, not a ton of yards in college football.
I'll say
I think the defenses are getting better.
I'm trying to figure out, without getting long-winded, why is it so different this year? And football in general is just we've expected so much. I know for the past 2 years we've had like the best 2 offensives ever.
Best 2 back to back.
Joe and then Mac.
Yes.
So I think we're so
100%.
accustomed to seeing that now the quarterback play is just not there this year, guys.
They're struggling.
So that makes the defense look a little better maybe than it is. Because you got to remember, NFL draft-wise, this is one of the biggest NFL drafts to go out with the most quarterbacks.
Right.
Top quarterbacks everywhere. I mean, all them guys come out 2 years ago. Mac Jones come out this year. Trevor Lawrence. 3 years ago, Watson and those
Herbert,
guys.
Well, that was last year. Watson. Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? And
I don't think there's going to be a lot drafted. Young's obviously. Well, you got a guy that's played in 7 ball games. It's probably the Heisman frontrunner.
There's no really elite quarterbacks.
They don't even run the ball
this year. Not really elite quarterbacks. Besides the guy I'm fixing to tell you, and that's why I'm leading it up to this. Clemson takes one on the chin from Pitt, 27-17. Go look up this Pickett kid.
He's an elite quarterback.
25 for 39, throw for 302, 2 touchdowns. His QBR was 90.5 against Clemson.
He's done that all year.
This guy Pickett, 6'3", 220, is from Oakhurst, New Jersey. He's comparable in stats to Joe Burrow by CBS Sports. Quote them, not me. He's a marketing.
What?
CBS Sports. He's a marketing major, Dean. He's played at Ocean Township High.
He's good. Kenny Pickett.
He throwed for 4,600 yards, 43 touchdowns, and rushed for 873 yards in his high school. He only played 2 years, junior, senior year. Threw 4,600 yards in 2 years.
Good job.
Ocean Township High.
Sorry, this year.
Now the tailback Hammond only had 66 yards rushing. Now throwing the ball, his main targets were Addison and Mack. Addison had 84 and a touchdown. Mack had 60 and a touchdown. Had 304. I'd mentioned passing. 464 total yards against Clemson. That's what Venables.
Well, I'm fixing to show you something.
Venables give this up now. Ugale was 12 for 25 for 128, no touchdowns and 2 picks. Dean, what's going on? His QBR was 34.
Took him out too.
34.4.
I don't know. Is their line just not any good? I don't understand.
And this guy here is still playing. He's been there about 8 years. Shipley had 52 yards rushing, and DJ had 50 yards rushing. 164 rushing yards for the team. Ross had 59 catching. Ajor, remember him? He was good.
Wait just a second. Okay, I'm fixing it.
The Ajor guy, receiver at Clemson. We always used to talk about 36 yards receiving.
Yeah, what did they throw for total?
Total pass.
Ugale had 128.
Yeah, 128. Another guy threw 20 or something. So
Ugale's had a rough year.
315 total yards.
Oh my gosh, that's bad.
They only had the ball for 23 minutes.
23 minutes.
So Kenny Pickett.
Well, they're averaging 521 yards a game.
Y'all go check out Pitt. This Pickett kid. If the media will get behind him and ESPN will push it like they did for RG3 that year, the only reason he won it for no reason at all. I don't know why, but that that's what it is. Was you gonna look up something about Pickett?
Yes, I got it right here. Hold on.
He's from New Jersey. Tall, good-looking kid. Looks like a QB. Plays
236 yards
this year.
23 touchdowns, 1 pick, and Jacob Burleson got it. One interception in 7 ball games and 244 passes. Now let's see who Pitt's beat. I don't want to get off on a rabbit hole here with the Pittsburgh Panthers, but okay.
Where Dan Marino played, by the way.
Dan Marino, Tony Dorsett. They beat Tennessee 41-34. They lost to Western Michigan. I'm puzzled by that, but they beat Georgia Tech by 4 touchdowns. They beat Virginia Tech by 3, and now they beat
Clemson
and held them to nothing. I mean, I'm not saying Pitt's going to win it.
No.
But look for Pitt to maybe be in a good bowl and go 8-4, 9-3.
Kid may get a good
he
deal.
May be a top draft pick. No, we're not saying Pitt's going to bid in that Final Four.
No.
But they could. I don't think so. Not with that Western Michigan.
No,
they're done.
Dane, tell us about you want to
talk about the Tide? Sean Kilgrove, a buddy of ours, made a great comment today. He said this was the closest 52-24 game he's ever seen in his life.
I feel exactly the same way.
Tennessee played pretty good.
Yes.
Until late in the fourth. 31-24, Alabama's got a 3rd and 15, and Young gets Jamison Williams on a 65-yard pass.
Yeah.
But play of the game, obviously. They go on. That just kind of crushed Tennessee's spirit.
Yeah, it did.
3rd and 15, a 65-yard pass.
I think.
And they were already back. I don't know what happened.
Michie played well.
Oh, man. 11 catches, 121.
Where was JoJo Earl?
I didn't see much out of Earl. It was mostly the 2, Williams, and Michie. They caught 19 passes between them. 20 passes between those 3.
Yeah.
For 299 yards.
Up front, Bama looked better, but what you have to realize, and I'm gonna have to stop saying this, they're just not elite at positions really. Up front, the offensive line is just not it's not that offensive line that we've seen beat Notre Dame. That's not there anymore.
Right. Do you think they're elite at quarterback? Obviously they are, and the receiver position.
Bryce has still got a lot to learn. I did enjoy to see him run the ball.
He did. He had.
I enjoyed seeing him run the ball at opportune moments when the time presents itself, Bryce. It's okay to run the ball, man. I mean, I know you don't want to take off running every play, but they're starting to come around. And you have to remember, too, this is Bryce's team, and he's new to this, and he only took a few snaps last year. I mean, he played under one of the best quarterbacks to play college football.
Very accurate, man. Very accurate.
I mean, it's hard to come in and play under one of the best quarterbacks to ever play the game.
Oh, I know.
QBR-wise, Mac just mustered everybody.
It's better than Burrow's a little bit, wasn't it?
Yeah, it just mustered everybody. So, and I think, again, that lull, the hangover effect that we've had, it makes defenses look better. There's no real superstar quarterbacks. Does it really feel like anybody's number one, or do we know who the front runner for the Heisman is right now? YouTube people, Facebook?
Oh, they say it's Young, but and I don't mean this bad, and y'all answered honestly, and you answered honestly. Is Bryce Young the best player in this country?
No.
I wouldn't think so. But maybe he is. He's very accurate and he can throw, but he didn't have a good game against A&M. I know he threw for 370 yards, but he completed 56% of his passes.
But the game just never felt like we were really in control till late in the game.
I'm not knocking to say somebody's not the greatest player in the country.
Right.
Did the Heisman committee just fluff off running backs now, or they just you have no shot unless you're a quarterback?
I don't know what's going on.
It's just like they're looking, and Young's playing as well as any quarterback. And
we just read there he
Kenny
was
Pickett,
7 on the list in the nation, 6 on the list in the nation.
But do the running backs even get considered anymore?
The Rodriguez kid at Kentucky's,
Well, he lost that with the Georgia game.
Yeah, he
was
had
7 yards,
800 yards rushing, and
I don't know. You don't hear much. Some of these receivers. Another receiver for Ohio State's fantastic. Chris Olave.
Yeah.
Does it have to be a quarterback? It does not have to be a quarterback.
We can get into.
I just don't agree with it.
They're just not a clear cut. Feels like number one team. We like Georgia's defense. They're stingy with the ball. They don't give up nothing.
They're definitely number one.
But their offense. Can they score against somebody that can play a decent defense?
I don't think nobody can score on them.
That's the thing. Somebody with a little better offense, when they meet somebody with a better offense, which we'll get into here in just a second.
Not playing a good offense.
Right, that's true.
But they played Arkansas, and Arkansas didn't do nothing. 160 yards.
Their quarterback was banged up. Not making excuses. Georgia's beating them anyway.
Yeah,
but
more than likely.
It's closer if their quarterback wasn't hurt. And they got a new coach, man. Oh, dude, he's trying to hang in there. He's just a blue collar guy, and they played Georgia about as good as they were supposed to. Does that make sense?
Yeah, I would agree 100%.
So the final there was 52-24. Like Sean said, I agree, Sean. It was the closest 52-24 game that I've ever been a part of. I just never really kicked back in the chair until late, and I was doing some notes, doing this stuff here, like, okay, we're game. Marcus and Sylvia went to the factory in Gadsden. I was texting her scores to it, and she's like, what are you talking about? It's, 28-14 or 28-21. What are you talking about? Well, the tip ball, we fumbled, Bryce going in the end zone. What did you think about that play? How long they took to review it?
He fumbled, but he landed on it.
Why does it take so long to see that?
I mean, even the Tennessee announcers, I was coming back from up there, and I was listening to it, and it's like he fumbled. He 100% fumbled the ball.
Yeah.
But he landed on it. So, I don't know. But, I don't know. Even when it was 24-17, I was like, I'm listening to it on the radio, and I'm like, I feel like Alabama's beating them to death.
Yeah.
It's 24-17.
Yeah.
Tennessee had big plays.
Yes, they
did. They had big plays. And
the gripe that I made the other night, if anybody follows me on my Facebook page, was Job. I can say it. What we want to. Really, it's our show. I'm tired. I'm gonna do the Dre Kirkpatrick thing. I'm just kind of tired of making excuses for some of these guys. Busted coverage, and coaches can say what they want to, and that's what it is. But after a while, the excuses have got to run out. We've got to find some guys that really want to dig in and play football and pay attention to the game. Because those kind of big plays that you get a bust like that, well, we just give up a play on a busted coverage. Well, when you're playing, I don't know, we may match up with Oklahoma or Cincinnati later, those guys can throw the ball and run the ball. You better be paying attention all the time, because that kind of stuff right there will cost you a football game and a national championship. And if you're going to play for it, you might as well win it. And if you ain't, then they need to get somebody that can pay attention.
Well, they just blame it on the D coordinator. And they don't realize that Nick Saban is a big part of that defense.
The kids are looking at them for a play, and Tennessee recognizes it, smart quarterback or whatever, or the coordinator's hollering snap it. So they snap the ball quick, and guess what? Job's over there going, what are you saying? Oh, my God. And he takes off running, and he's beat.
It could be too complicated.
He's like, well, that's what happened to Dre. And you remember how I rode him that year? Man, I was giving Dre down the road. Man, I was really upset with him because he's a fantastic football player. He's got all the physical abilities in the world. Well, come to find out, years later, Dre said, man, I got in that playbook and I learned it all through that next off season. And he come back, and well, we know what happened then. I mean,
he did great.
Man, he was fantastic.
But I don't know.
I just can't make. I ain't making excuses for them. The defense is what it is. They're just going to get
not terrible.
No, not terrible.
Not
but they're not the defense that we're known for. Anderson gets in there and makes plays.
He's already had 16 tackles behind the line.
Moore's a big part of that defense. He's a good play caller. Toa, I'm still not sold on him. He reads.
He's playing better.
He played good last night. Mississippi State game, he played good too, but he still reads keys wrong, which is not going to be perfect. I mean, he's not Dante Hightower. I was a fan of Hightower. Thought he was great.
Well,
I'm just saying Bama better be careful, because they're going to run into somebody down the road. They're going to catch somebody hot. And they're going to get beat.
Watch out for Arkansas and Auburn.
Yep.
I mean, really.
I know.
Both those teams are better than Tennessee.
Yep, they are. And Auburn's just getting better and better.
They are.
Each week,
playing good.
They're just playing better.
Alabama did have 574 yards on that, but they give up 346, which is not terrible, but not really Alabama-like numbers much.
We smoking the cigars. Like Saban said, I'm just going to enjoy the win. Beating Tennessee is a big win, so we'll just enjoy the win. But we can critique them. That's what we're supposed to do.
And they did great late in the fourth. They really did. They come up.
If we didn't critique them, we wouldn't have nothing to talk about.
Yeah.
I want to say Slavis at USC had 300 yards passing.
Good stuff.
Throw the pick. A&M, a chain run for 154, dude.
Oh, man, he's good. He's getting better and better.
Now, the guy I was telling you about earlier, Miami, you mentioned that score, 31-30 over the Wolfpack. We liked them a few weeks ago. They upset Clemson. Leroy had 310 and 2 touchdowns. He had 24-42 QB spot. But Van Dyke,
5 touchdowns. Or
4 touchdowns, 25 for 33, 325 passing down.
For Miami.
Yes.
See, I thought King was their quarterback.
No, he's out again.
He's out.
And Rambo,
Van Dyke,
their receiver Rambo, we remember him from last year. He's good. 100.
Was he any kin to
John Jay?
No, I was going to say the guy that used to play for Georgia. There was a Rambo.
Bakari Rambo.
Yeah, I knew you was going to say John Jay.
Maybe he may be kin to him.
But
Bakari Rambo.
Bakari, could be. Because Rambo's not a very
common name. 126 receiving, 2 touchdowns. That's good.
Yeah.
That's big time receiving. If you catch over 100 yards in passes.
And Bakari was fantastic.
Oh, yeah. He was knock your head off.
Yeah. A good interceptor, too.
Yeah. Now, last week, before we get in our picks and next week's games, we're going to do our top 10. So we'll flip this over here. Let's flip it over here. This is Dean's top 10. We're going to see what he's got up there. Tell us what you got, Dean.
All right. I got Georgia 1, Cincinnati 2, Bama 3. I bumped Michigan up to 4. I just got Ohio State ranked over Oklahoma because I think they're better than Oklahoma. Michigan State 6th. No, that's 7th. Ole Miss 8, Oregon 9, and I had to put Wake Forest in there.
Oh, Wake Forest.
Well, and one of the reasons they won that game yesterday, but they scored 70 points.
The Demon Deacons
of
Wake
see how many yards they had
Forest.
in that game.
And I'm going to flip mine over there.
Wake Forest. I want to see Wake Forest and Pitt play.
Yeah, that may happen in a bowl game.
What's yours there?
That's mine there. It's a little different.
Georgia, Bama, Michigan.
All right, I got Bama 1, Georgia 2, Michigan 3, and Cincinnati running in the top 4. Now, that's your top 4 playoff teams if they play today. Mm-hmm. Georgia plays Cincinnati. I like to see that. Bama, Michigan. I like to see that matchup again. We've seen that a couple of times.
Yeah.
Now, right outside there, I got Michigan State at 5. They're playing pretty good. Oklahoma at 6. They're playing terrible. I don't even know why they're in there.
No, they're not.
Oregon at 7. Ohio State at 8. I like Ole Miss at 9. They're playing good.
They're playing good.
You can't deny that.
They only got the 1 loss.
And Oklahoma State with 1 loss. They're going to round in my top 10. Mm-hmm. Hang in there. They took
Oregon with another big win.
A tough one this weekend on the chin. I moved Oregon up a little bit, and Oklahoma, I'm just struggle.
I might need to. Well, no,
I just struggle with that.
Oregon and Ole Miss. That kind of went 8 and 9. That could have gone either way.
Yeah.
Oh, and Wake Forest had 638 yards. It only ran 52 plays.
I like Bama. I think they're better. I think they're better than Michigan or Cincinnati. So I mean,
Yeah, I do too.
Michigan State. They're still winning and trucking right along. Oklahoma just keeps skipping, and they're going.
I think there's a ton of great teams.
There's just not, man. That's what I'm saying. This year it's just different. There's just something kind of weird.
We don't really know about Michigan. I mean, they playing great.
There's something weird in there, man.
Yeah, not great. And we're even talking about Alabama, number 2 in the country. And we're talking about a lot of holes in their team, possibly, right?
A lot.
And Georgia, number 1 team in the country. No holes in their defense, but their offense is. They got quarterback trouble.
They run the ball.
Not trouble. They got their main one's out, and they're having to play their backup. He's doing better, but I wouldn't. Their offense is nowhere near what Alabama's was last year. LSU's was the year before.
They run the ball some pretty good one week.
They do run the ball.
Cook, White, and then the next week, they won't.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, it's an up and down. It's not bad.
No.
It's not a bad offense.
It's just sputtery.
And that's the best team in the country. I mean,
who else got picked from? Clemson ain't even ranked anymore. No. It really wasn't upset for them to lose to Pitt.
No. Pitt was ranked over them.
I think Pitt was picked to beat them.
They were. Well,
I think they had them by 3.
Let me look. I can find that
out. I think Vegas had them picked by 3.
I think you're right.
So, ain't this crazy, guys? I mean, just think about this. Alabama and Clemson, we thought we'd never see the end of Alabama and Clemson for national championships.
I think we saw it.
And I think that's the end of it. Clemson Pitt is picked to beat them. Pitt.
Yeah, they were by 3.
3. That's what I'm saying. It's just, wild to me. It's crazy. Yeah. Bama's not even going, they're just barely skimming around in the top 4 right now by AP people or CBS Sports polls and all those guys. It's just kind of weird this year. Now, next week, Dean, Troy is going to be at Coastal Carolina. Good luck to them out there playing.
Coastal Carolina lost last week.
JSU or is they at Sam Houston?
JSU.
Yeah. See where they play at.
I don't know.
I think they.
I'll look at that.
Michigan is at Michigan State. Big game.
Oh my gosh, that's the game of the week.
Iowa at Wisconsin. Georgia and Florida.
That's
the big game. We're gonna get into a little pick thing here. Texas Tech's at Oklahoma. Ole Miss is at Auburn. So Auburn's coming off a break. We're gonna see how the War Eagles handle
Central Arkansas. They played Sam Houston. Sam Houston.
Okay, that's right.
Yesterday.
Yes.
They played Central.
So JSU going to Central Arkansas.
Dropped to 3 and 4.
Are they gonna host? Is that home or? I think it's at JSU.
It says on here yes, it is.
Okay, so good luck, Jacksonville at home there at Burgess Snow Field. Kentucky at Mississippi State. I like that game. I'll watch it. Depends on what time it's on. Penn State at Ohio State.
I'm not really impressed with Mississippi State.
We're going to see if this loss, how bad that's going to.
Ooh, that's a big one.
How's that going to turn out for them?
Wow.
Are they going to just get stunk up, or are they going to upset?
So they've lost 2 now. Penn State has. You don't want to go have 2 losses and be going to play Ohio State.
Because that Ohio State, the big house, who you like?
Ohio State.
All right, we both take that one. Kentucky at Mississippi State.
I mean, I guess it's possible, but I'm going to stick with Kentucky.
Yeah, me too.
They're not going to. They got too good a defense to fall to a gimmick.
Ole Miss at Auburn.
Oh my God. I'm gonna stick with Ole Miss. But I wouldn't. That's upset alert. I don't know if that. Yes, that's definitely an upset if Auburn wins.
I pick Auburn. Dean's got Ole Miss. I'm just saying because Lane's been lucky the last few weeks, but he seemed to always pull it out. And Auburn's coming off a week of rest.
Yeah.
Being at Auburn.
Yeah, and Ole Miss may be wore out.
Yep, I think that may be the catch there.
Possible.
Texas Tech at Oklahoma.
I can't pick against Oklahoma
They
yet.
just keep scaling right along. Iowa at Wisconsin.
I'm going to pick Wisconsin.
Oh,
They're fired up now. They just beat Purdue.
I'm going to take Iowa for just no reason at all. Michigan at Michigan State.
I'm going Michigan.
Whoa.
Are you?
No, I'm going to take the home team. I'm going to take Michigan State. Troy at Coastal.
Coastal.
Yeah.
Which I don't think. I think just Coastal's good, man. And
Of course, last but not least,
I'm going to go with
the cocktail party. Georgia and
the
Florida.
Dogs.
Todd's going Dogs.
You going Florida?
Yep.
No, you ain't done
I
it.
am.
Are you really?
I had a week off, trying to prepare. It's just been that. The only reason I'm doing this, let me say this.
Well, I mean, it's happened before.
The only reason I'm picking Florida, Georgia's probably going to beat them by about 2 touchdowns.
Oh, I would think.
Okay, 17. I'll say Georgia
17.
by yes.
Yeah.
And I'll write that on here. Georgia by 17.
You just
But I'm picking Florida because
right.
this year
Been crazy.
it's
man.
just crazy.
Yeah. A&M wasn't even ranked. Purdue wasn't ranked when they beat Iowa. A&M wasn't ranked when they beat Bama. Oregon, which that don't look like that bad of a loss anymore.
I'll put that under this one. Now tell us about last week's picks, Dan. What did we mess up? Or what?
All right, Bama, Tennessee, we both won that. I lost. You won Oregon. We both won
That was just a
Ohio
guess.
State. We both won Notre Dame and Ole Miss. You didn't lose the game.
That was just pure.
Oh.
Oregon and
Who are you,
UCLA.
Jimmy the Greek? What is this?
Somebody. That's why you hit the subscribe button, people.
He's quitting. We're going full-time bettors.
Full-time.
No, we're setting the lines.
Going to Vegas. Keep that one for next week.
I wonder how much line setters make.
I mean, yes. I don't know. I'm sure they make a good living.
Well, let me read something to you. I know we're pressed for time, but it's just amazing how good close they are.
Oh, I know. That's what
And
they
this
do.
won't take but a second. But all right, Alabama favored by 25, won by 28. I'm one. Air Force was picked over by. Now, why Air Force was ranked over San Diego State, I don't know. But I mean, they're within 10 points of it a lot. Would you agree with that?
Yeah.
It's just unreal. And that was all I was going to talk to you about was the Alabama favored by 25 and they won by 28. But with 11 minutes in the game, it looked like there's no way they were going to cover. And then they covered.
I know. That's just what they do when you do it all day, every day. All right, last thing. MLB NFL, 7 o'clock Tuesday night, Braves in the World Series versus the Astros.
Good job.
Fred on the mound. This McClure's got
You gotta lay
Astros.
off that Jackson boy, man.
This McClure's got Astros is money. Atlanta's going to have a hard time hitting this guy. Just telling you.
They're just everybody's killing Luke Jackson. The middle reliever.
Yeah.
Okay, so he's giving up some hits, but
We'll see Tuesday night
he's
at
still a human.
7 o'clock. World Series. Congratulations to the Braves on that.
Yeah.
Falcons 30-28 over the Dolphins.
Tua played today and had a good day.
291, 4 touchdowns, 2 picks though. Matt Ryan throws for 336, 2 touchdowns and a pick for himself. The Browns win a close one over the Broncos the other night, 17-14. Bengals, Burrow, 416 passing, 3 touchdowns over the Ravens. Lamar Jackson, they only have scored 17 points. Lamar threw for 257 and 1 touchdown. And the Packers, daggum, the old man, old Rodgers, 24-10 over the Redskins. Rodgers threw for 274, 3 touchdowns.
Joe Burrow, 416.
416, 3
Jamar
touchdowns.
Chase had 200 received.
How about that?
I'm looking at some other stuff.
Monday Night Football, Saints 3-2 versus the Seahawks 2-4. I know it's kind of a weird record for those two teams.
Yeah, I don't Seattle may be the best 2-4 team in the history.
Packers are 5-1, and the Ravens are 5-2 now after taking a loss to Joe Burrow and his Bengals.
All right, Buccaneers beat Buccaneers. This is some others just right now. This will be the last thing here. 49ers and Colts just started. Cardinals still undefeated. Buccaneers beat the Bears 38-3. They're going to fire that guy. They blame everything on him. The Rams beat the Lions.
Rams are good.
Raiders beat the Eagles. Raiders are 2-0 since Gruden.
Yep.
Mac Jones had a good day. They scored 54.
Old Mac.
Beat the Jets.
Guys, we've done it again this week. Bye, darn cracky. Again, we'll roll off there. Hats off to our sponsors, the Colbert Firm. Appreciate Corey, Turkey, Clint, J.R. April, McKenzie for all they do. Kids wouldn't get shirts and food cards without them. Scott Lloyd's Legal Service. Definitely hanging in there if you have any needs. Go see them guys. Warrior Gym. Go probably get your workout on, guys. This is where it's at. Warrior Gym. They sponsored our Player of the Week also. Find us on Spotify, Apple Cast, YouTube, and all your other favorite places, Dean. Man.
Good night.
We'll catch y'all Thursday night.
Yeah.
We'll be over at Cedar Bluff, Sun Garden.
I did not know that it was Thursday. I'm glad.
Thursday night. See you there.
I like calling games on Friday night.
Good luck to everybody this week, and
Every week.
we'll see y'all around this week.
Yeah, and congratulations to Jacob Burrow.
Yep.